Welcome back to Mountain Connections. I am here with recruiter guy Bill Humbert, but today we are not talking about business, employees, finding a job. We are talking about something a little bit different. There is a great annual local author night coming up next Thursday, September 19th, and he's here to tell us all about this exciting event. Bill, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Christine. So great to be here.
Great to have you here for a different topic.
This is a different topic, but it's one that's dear to my heart. You know, next week from 6:30 until 8, people who have an aspiration to write a book will have an opportunity to meet 5 different authors who have written books that range from nonfiction to fiction. And it's a great opportunity to meet people and learn the process they went through. I know what my process was, but I'm betting every single one of these other authors went through a different process than me.
You know, I'm always so impressed with the incredible people we have that live here in Park City. They're so talented, and it's impressive that they're willing to share their knowledge to help other people along the path.
Right. Yeah, so we're going to spend about 10 minutes talking about our book, and in addition to our book, we're going to talk about our path to writing our book. And then after we're done, then there's going to be a panel discussion. People can ask questions. You know, what did you find? You know, how did you do that? What was easy? What was difficult? And so at the end of the show today, I have just one little brief preview of coming attractions.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. You know, this is something people would pay hundreds of dollars to attend at a writers' conference to get this kind of knowledge. I was researching all these books and noticed they're all published differently. Some are self-published, some are traditionally published, some are published through local publishing companies here in Park City. So really great variety of books, great variety of ways that these were published. So let's get started with the first one.
Oh, yes. So Liz, Yakka Bisson, sorry Liz, she wrote There Ready Are You? And it's a parent's guide to surviving the college transition. I know somebody who's getting ready to do that.
Yes, I'm doing it right now, and we've had her on the show a couple of times and very impressed. It's such good information. And it's a hard time, hard to adjust to, but she really finds a positive spin on it and ways that you can parent differently. It's a new stage of life. So it's a very helpful book in that aspect.
And you know, she talks about how to prevent becoming a helicopter parent. And that's really important because I'm on the business side of things, and managers really don't like the helicopter pilots or parents coming through.
So yeah, a great book. Really highly recommend it to anyone who's going through that college transition, and great to have someone right here in Park City to write this.
That's right.
All right, what's next?
Brides of 1941 by Bonnie Park. And Bonnie wrote a book that's a fiction. So mine's a nonfiction, hers is a fiction. So you're getting the entire breadth of the types of books that are being written nationwide right here in Park City. So it's pretty exciting that, and this one I think is part of a trilogy.
Yeah, it's based on letters, I believe, that she found that her grandparents and parents wrote to one another. So kind of throwback to an old time of letter writing, but a really great, interesting piece of fiction there.
Yes, yes. So this is just another book for you to consider looking at and potentially buying. And by the way, we will have a book signing, and you can purchase the books after the event, after we're in Jim Santee and go across to the next room. So this one is kind of interesting too. This is more of a nonfiction. This is more than a manicure. The Nail Files. I love that title.
I do too. And it's a memoir, right? So
yes, it is.
Another genre.
Right, and it was written by Bonnie, who was a single parent, and she had to make a living somehow, and she became, is that an ethicist or whatever? I think.
Yeah.
I don't get my nails done, so I don't know that stuff. But she took notes of all the stories, or a lot of the stories that people told her, and this is her memoir. So, you know, just another way to write a book and another way to present yourself, and I'm sure that there's probably a lot of pretty good stories in there.
Oh yeah, just really impressive, written by Carly Bennett-Stenmark about her experience back in the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, being a nail technician. So really just a fun read, just a beach read, but really interesting stories, and another great Park City author.
Yes. And then The next one is by Beverly Hewitt, and she's a doctor. And it's a walker's guide to Park City, and we actually have this one at our house. So Beverly, we got your book, and we've actually taken some of your hikes. Great job. So this is it's a how-to around Park City, and it's a great little book.
And that's not her only book. She's written a couple books all about Park City. So really great nonfiction if you want to get out and enjoy the outdoors.
And she throws the health piece into it too. Since she's a doctor, she can throw things in that I can't do. So I'm sorry.
And then I think we know this author.
Yeah, I know that one fairly well.
I was reading about writing this book, and I hope I'm not spoiling your anecdote, but you decided to write a book, you were approached about writing a book, and you thought, I'll just take my blog posts and put them together. Easy peasy. That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. No, you know what happened was I had 9 blog posts, and they were all set for each step of the search for a new job. And I thought, I can stitch those puppies together, and at the end of a week, have a book. It didn't quite play out that way.
And those are things that the authors are going to mention during this evening. And of course, this isn't your only book as well. You have several books and more to come. So really experienced authors, all different genres. Really a great night.
Oh, it's going to be a super night. And so one piece of advice that I would give to anybody who wants to be an author, start writing. That's all it takes. Just start writing. And the words will come out. And actually, I would get up in the middle of the night, and our code word was, the words just have to get out. And so at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going, do-do-do-do.
It was really great advice. So one more time, place.
So it's Jim Santee Auditorium at the library, Thursday, September 19th, from 6:30 until 8 p.m. And you got to come out. It's going to be great. It'd be great for students who might be interested someday writing a book, for them to learn how each of these different authors wrote their books.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Bill, for coming in, highlighting these great books, these incredible authors here in Park City. It's going to be a wonderful night, so make sure you don't miss out. We have much more coming up on Mountain Connections right after this.